Well, hey and howdy indie gamers, it's been a while. It's me, your gamer ghoul friend, back with I Dream of Indie Games to give you a list of incredible indies on sale. But since it's my return to the channel, I'm of course gonna find you all the best sales on those mystery, thriller, and horror titles. These Steam deals are scary good, and you don't want to miss out on them. And with all that money you're saving on indie gaming, why not swing by our Patreon to support the channel and help us bring a voice to the voiceless in indie gaming. You'll gain Discord access, early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every video we produce, a new podcast, and even free games depending on the tier. Your new indie gaming community is waiting. Before I get started, a small warning for my indie warriors. Most of these games are horror titles, and they will have difficult themes and flashing imagery. If you have photosensitive epilepsy, take a look at the content warning before hopping into a few of these titles. Now, go ahead and grab your blankets and lock those doors. These indie titles are scary, and I am dying to share them with you. Up first, Inside is a 2.5 dimension atmospheric puzzle platformer brought to us by Playdead. Since its release in 2016, it's been critically acclaimed for its grim art style, ambient soundtrack, and an unsettling atmosphere that expands upon its 2010 predecessor, Limbo. Inside presents themes of mind control and slavery, though after finishing the game, I still had so many theories about what was actually going on that replaying it somehow managed to uncover new emotions and new theories the second go around. It is absolutely a must-play for horror gaming fans, and available for $1.99 through March 1st. While Inside is undoubtedly bone-chilling, despite being older, I'd say Limbo still somehow remains just as ominous. With its minimalist shadow box art style and side-scrolling layout, you'll begin to dread what horrors you'll uncover on just the other side of the frame. The soundtracks build a sense of unease that pull you into the story and leave you suspended in terror. There are lots of theories surrounding these two games and whether or not they're in the same universe, and it's been years since their releases, and I still don't think we'll ever get the right answer to this one, folks. I definitely recommend both of these games if you're a fan of games like Little Nightmares and you're looking to sink your teeth into another whimsical yet horrifying dystopia. Both of these titles are on sale for an astonishing 90% off and can be bundled together for the low price of $2.68 through March 1st. The perfect double feature for your weekend. For those of you indie fans who have already played Inside and Limbo, might I recommend the next title on my list, Somerville by Jumpship, released in 2022 and was developed by some of the former talent that worked on Limbo and Inside. It's a short 3.5-hour playthrough with stunning visuals and excellent puzzles that can be challenging without being too difficult. It's a weird little sci-fi adventure centered around a nameless protagonist, and Somerville's story is also told without dialogue or text. Somerville's been lauded for its sound design and ability to use color and camera direction to tell a story. In a moody adventure like this one, it's fun to become fully immersed in the atmosphere the world delivers. And as the story unfolds, you'll solve puzzles using some weird tech and a very interesting physics system. With its simple controls, incredible world building, and storytelling, I'd say Somerville is worth checking out for a short narrative experience. For 55% off, you can get this game for $8.99 through February 29th. I'm sure playing games in your room all by yourself all the time isn't the best way to be social, and it's especially hard playing horror games without a buddy to help you not feel scared. So why not check out Buddy Simulator 1984? Buddy Simulator 1984 is an RPG light from Not a Sailor Studios, where you too can finally have the experience of hanging out with a best friend. Your AI buddy will learn from you, adapt to your interests, and most certainly isn't a horror game in disguise. Why on earth would you think that? Buddy Simulator is a surprisingly thoughtful game with a variety of gameplay, incredible writing, and lovable characters that will leave you compelled to play over and over to achieve all those endings. This little retro RPG had its moment in the sun during its release in 2021, and I gotta say, it holds up. Buddy Simulator quickly became one of my favorite games when I played it last year, and I know you'll love it too. And for 50% off, you'd be crazy not to meet your new best friend for only $4.99. You'll absolutely love hanging out with your brand new buddy.
Right.
If you're looking for more of a pressures on gaming experience, let's move into the survival horror category. The Long Reach from Painted Black Games is a 90s style 2D 16-bit classic sci-fi horror that feels more along the lines of a point-and-click adventure than a survival horror game at times. It's an intriguing and creative story with a colorful cast of characters and an immersive soundtrack. The mixture of pixel art and atmospheric soundtrack create an uneasy retro vibe, and those pixel graphics help lean into the idea that what you're seeing on screen may not be fully what's happening. Overall, The Long Reach is the perfect addition to your game library if you're looking for a bite-sized horror game that will leave you scratching your head, and with about 4 hours of gameplay, you can achieve all of the endings. 90s side-scrollers will always have a place in my heart, and you know Yagul loves the 16-bit horror game. I'll be reaching to add this title to my library while the deal's still hot. Until February 26th, at 75% off, I'll only shell out about $3.74 for this game. And because I know you love your survival horror that's got a bit of folklore laced into it, can I recommend to you Maid of Sker? Maid of Sker is a 2020 release from Wales Interactive, and it's a first-person survival horror that takes inspiration from Welsh folklore and set in 1898. Maid of Sker is a short horror game experience that's gonna have you stealthing past enemies, solving puzzles in order to save your beloved from the haunted hotel scare. With a focus on atmospheric horror and some sound-based mechanics for the enemies, fans of Maid of Sker have drawn parallels between this title and other puzzle horror games like Resident Evil and Alien Isolation. While it seems some players have mixed reviews on whether or not it's broken the mold of survival horror enough to become spectacular, overall, Maid of Sker delivers a haunting soundtrack and a creepy game design that I would say is worth adding to your library for a rainy day. This deal is good through March 4th, so for a whopping 71% off discount, you can pick up Maid of Sker for only $7.24. That's basically my order at Taco Bell. Unreal. Now, if you're looking to spend the weekend playing something a little less scary and a little more mysterious, look no further than Giant Sparrow and Annapurna Interactive's 2017 title, What Remains of Edith Finch. Edith Finch is an atmospheric walking sim that revolves around a collection of tales told about a family in Washington state. You'll explore their massive estate and uncover a mystery surrounding the Finch family and the supposed curse that befell them. What Remains of Edith Finch won awards in 2017 for Best Narrative and a BAFTA in 2018 for Best Game. So if you haven't played it by now, now's the perfect time. What Remains is currently on sale for 75% off, sitting pretty at only $4.99. Or you can get it bundled with a variety of other Annapurna and Giant Sparrow titles, which brings me to the next game on our list, The Unfinished Swan. Now, I don't want to give anything away here, but there's a nod to this 2012 game in What Remains of Edith Finch. And as a longtime fan of The Unfinished Swan, I hadn't connected that the two games came from the same developer, and I was admittedly emotional to see an in-game Easter egg. The Unfinished Swan is a surreal gaming experience where you uncover a mysterious kingdom by splatting paint to reveal the world around you and uncover the story of a lonely king at the same time. If you're looking for a thought-provoking, story-rich puzzle platformer with an amazing soundtrack that also won awards in 2013 for game innovation and debut game, add these two award-winning titles to your library by bundling The Unfinished Swan with What Remains of Edith Finch for 76% off. That means you'll only pay $8.53 for both of these award-winning games through February 26th. I can't recommend both of these enough. I played The Unfinished Swan back when it was originally released, but I'll definitely be snagging the PC version now that it's 70% off, making it only $4.49. And of course, we can't talk about mystery thrillers without mentioning Sherlock Holmes. If you're looking to play a true blue mystery, why not check out Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1? Frogware's 2021 title will send you back to the early years of the novice detective's career as he investigates the mystery of his mother's death. You'll collect clues, solve puzzles, engage in fisticuffs, and solve some smaller cases while exploring the Mediterranean island's dangerous secrets. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 has gorgeous graphics and a deep emotional story that will grip players from start to finish. Whether you're a fan of the novels, the BBC shows, or Guy Ritchie's movies, Sherlock Holmes fans should definitely be picking up this title to add to their to-play list. And for 80% off or $8.99 until March 4th, it's Elementary, my dear gamers. Rounding out the last game on our list is a brand new release from Ironwood Studios. Pacific Drive has you and your station wagon against an unforgiving and vicious world in this sci-fi adventure game. Navigate the Olympic exclusion zone, repair your busted ride, and face supernatural dangers along your excursion. Pacific Drive has an interesting art style and hilarious characters. Overall, it's an interesting take on a survival game with fun crafting components, all while set in a simultaneously tense yet dreamy reimagining of the Pacific Northwest. I played the demo right before release, and I was excited to see this brand new title is being offered at 10% off through February 29th. So it's a decent pickup at $26.99, or, maybe just a good one to keep your eye on for now. Pacific Drive releases on February 22nd, so you can catch me crashing into mountainsides, making Smokey and the Bandit references, and running from drones in the exclusion zone. Well, Indie Warriors, thank you for tuning in to another Steam sales video. I hope you discovered a few new games to add to that unending to-play list of yours. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and head on over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can sign up to gain Discord access, early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every video we produce, free games, and so much more. And thank you guys for helping us to be a voice to the voiceless.